Hello guys, welcome to Ikra Technology. Today we will see functional interfaces in Java. So a functional interface is an interface that contains only one abstract method but can have multiple default or static methods. It is primarily used to represent lambda expression, okay? Enabling a clear and concise way to represent a functionality as an argument to a method. Java introduced functional interfaces in Java 8 as part of functional programming capabilities, okay? So here are some key characters of the functional interface. So first we have that it contains exactly one abstract method. Okay. Then the another characteristics is that it can have multiple default or static methods. Next is can be used with lambda expression and method interfaces. And the next key character is that at the rate functional interfaces annotation can be used to ensure that the interface meets the functional interface requirement. Okay. Now here are some commonly used functional interfaces where first is a runnable which represent an action that takes no argument and returns no result. Okay. And the another one is comparator. Okay. So the T is used as a data type. Okay. Used to compare two objects of type T. Okay. This is used to compare two objects. The another one is supplier where it represents the supplier of a result with no input and a return value. Then we have consumer. So it represents an operation that takes a single input argument and returns no result. The another one is the function which takes the data type and the another one is the return type. Okay. It represents a function that takes an argument and produces a result. Okay. And the last one is predicate that represents a boolean value function of an argument. Okay. Remember that it represents a boolean value as a result. So here you have a syntax of defining a functional interface where we first use the at the rate function interface annotation, and afterward we create an interface of whatever name we want, and inside that we use our abstract methods. Okay, remember we use abstract method, and we can also use static methods. Okay, so here we have some examples where first example is of custom function interface example with lambda expression. The another example is for built-in functional interfaces example which is a predicate, and the another is also a built-in function interface example of a function. We will see all this example in our Eclipse IDE. So let's go there. So here we have our first example where we have defined a functional interface as a calculator, okay, which is an interface, okay, and we defined a field here which name is calculate which is int a and int b which are parameters of it. Okay, and in the main method we have used the interface here calculator, and then we have name it as add, and we have named the another one as a subtract. Okay, and we both the parameter, and here we have used the lambda expression to define the function it have to work on. So here we have given the addition in both the parameters, and in another one we have also used the lambda expression and given the subtraction. Okay, and after that we are using printing statement and then a string to print, and after that using add dot the method, okay, which is calculate, and after that the variables means our parameters. Okay, so first one is for addition and another one is for subtraction. So our output will be based on that, which is addition, and then result will be 8, and then subtraction, and then result will be 2. So let's run this and see we got our output as 8 and 2. Did you understand how we define a function interface and then how we implement it by using the lambda expression? Okay, now we will see the built-in function interfaces where first we will see our predicate. Okay, so let's uncomment this one. So to use the predicate, first we have to import that function which is a predicate function dot predicate, okay, which is defined in Java utility class. And after that in the main method we can directly use the name predicate, and then whatever data type our output will come. Okay, so we have used integer here, and we have defined the name which is greater than, and the parameter will be the number. And after using the lambda expression we have defined that the number will be greater than 10. Okay, so if the number is greater than 10, so it will give us output as in a boolean value, as we have already learned that it will show us output in a boolean. Okay, so if the number will be greater than 10, it will give us true, and if the number will be less than 10, so it will give us output as false. Okay, so if I run this, you will see output as true and another one will be as false. Okay, see, we got output true and false. Okay, so this is how we use built-in function interfaces. Okay, now let us see another example of a built-in function interface where we will use the function interface. Okay, so let's uncomment this one also. So here you can also see we have imported the function.function interface, okay, which is in the class of java.util, okay, and inside the main method we have used the function, and as we know the first one is the data type and the another one will be the result data type. Okay, so we have used string as a input and then our output will be in the integer. Okay, so here you can see we have used the name as string length, where we have used the str as an parameter, and using the lambda expression we have defined that str dot length, okay, means the length of the string which will be shown is an integer. Okay, so it will take input as a string and will give this output as a integer. Okay, so in the printing statement we have used our string length, which is the name of that function, and after that dot apply, and apply on what, on hello. Okay, so if I will run this, you will see the output as 1 2 3 4 5, which is the length of this. Okay, so the output is 5. Did you understand how we use the Java function interfaces? Now, here are some important built-in function interfaces in Java. So first one is the runnable, okay, which is used to run the thread. Like here you can see runnable, which is the name of the interface. And after that, we have used the lambda expression. And after using printing statement, we are running the printing statement, which is running a thread. Okay. And after that, we have used we have created a thread, which is new thread, which is from runnable, and dot start, which is used to run the thread. So it will run the thread. Did you understand? Next, we have the consumer, where we give a data type. First, we have to import the consumer function interface, and after that, we can use that. Like here, we have used consumer dot, which is in string data type, which will print. This is the name of the parameter, which is s, and then using the lambda expression, we have printed s. So whatever will be inside the print method, it will print that. So here you can see print dot accept is used to run the consumer. Okay, so by using except we have written hello comma world. Okay, so this will give us output as an hello world, like here it is shown. Okay, the another example is of supplier. Okay, where we also have to import the supplier function interface, and after that by using the supplier and giving it input as a string, we can use the supplier by giving lambda expression. Like here we have used hello from supplier. Okay, so we can directly print it using supplier dot get. Okay, so it will print it. You understand? Next we have the predicate, which we have also seen previously. It gave output as a boolean value, and like here we have used string, which is empty. S is our name of the parameter, and after using the lambda expression we have shown the function that s dot is empty. If it will be empty, it will show us true, and if it will not be empty, it will show us false value. Okay, and after that in the printing statement we have used that method dot test, and we have put empty string, so it result in true. And similarly we have the function one, which we have also seen in our example. Here we also have to import the Java function interface class. Here it will take the input as an integer value and will give output as a string value. Okay, like here we have named the method into string and I is our parameter, and using lambda expression we have given the input as number will be printed as it is, and after that the number will be whatever number we will add will get printed directly. So inside the printing statement we have used the name of the method, which is into string, and then dot apply method, and after that we have given 5 as a parameter, okay, which is I. So it will print number and then I, which is our 5. Did you understand? So this is how we use all the function interfaces, and here below we have some tasks which you have to practice so that you can understand better. Okay, so today we saw function interfaces in Java. Thank you.